everyone, welcome back once again to the mathematics session. In this class, I am going to discuss with you the remaining problems of the exercise 6C. Right, we have completed till fourth bit of exercise 6C of trigonometric ratios up to transformations. Right, those who have not watched the previous videos of the introductory part, exercise 6A, exercise 6C videos, do check out in the playlist. Right, and the immediate previous video you can check out in the playlist for the previous videos. There are altogether 10 videos. This is the 11th video. Okay, and if you want to know, if you want to get connected to the previous sums of this, now till fourth sum, just click on the I button, you will be getting notified. Right, now let's quickly start here the continuation. Fifth bit, evaluate. The first one is sine square 82.5 degrees minus sine square 22.5 degrees. Now, if you see here, these two are sine functions and squares. Now, we have a formula. Now, here let me write the formula in the rough part. Sine square A minus sine square B. If it is like this, this can be written as sine of A plus B into sine of A minus B, simply. Right. Here, this is the formula which we are going to use here. I was telling you that you need to know the formulae first of the trigonometry. Sine square A is equals minus sine square B is equal to sine A plus B. These two are compound angles. If you expand them and if you cancel off, you get sine square A minus sine square B only. Now that formula will make use. Here I'll suppose let A equal to 82.5 degrees, right? So that is nothing but if you cross, this is a mixed fraction, do it into the improper fraction. 164 plus 1, 165 by 2 degrees, right? So let B equal to 22.5. So that comes to 45 by 2 degrees, mixed fraction, okay? Change it into the improper fraction. Now, we will apply that formula. This formula we will apply here. Sine square A minus sine square B is equal to. So, directly I am applying here. That comes to sine of A plus B. A is 165 by 2 plus 45 by 2 and sine of A minus B. So, 165 by 2 minus 45 by 2. So, let us take the LCM since they are the fractions here. So, 2, if you take, this comes to 210, right? 210 by 2 and sine here, if you subtract it, you get 120 by 2. So, that is nothing but here, you get it as sine of 105 degrees and sine of 60 degrees. You know, sine of 60 degrees, and also you have to get to know 105 degrees. If you don't know the values, sine 75, sine 105, sine 15 degrees, all these values you have to get it by hearted. If you don't know in case, then you can directly apply if you know, or else you can substitute like this. You can also write sine 60 plus 45. But this will take some more time. Okay. So if you wanted to get it fast, you have to know the values, right? In this way, if you can do sine A plus B, sine A cos B plus, like that you can expand here. Sine A is 60, sine A cos 45 for sine plus function only, cos A sine 45. So again we do have sine 60 degrees here. This is multiplied. Okay, I have expanded this in the form of sine A plus B. Now sine 60 is root 3 by 2 and cos 45 is 1 by root 2 plus cos 60 is 1 by 2 into sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So again sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Now we will multiply root 3 to root 2 plus 1 by 2 root 2. Again you have root 3 by 2. So if you take the LCM 2 root 2 here, above you will have root 3 plus 1 and root 3 by 2. If you multiply them, here root 3 into root 3 comes to 3 plus root 3 by 4 root 2 is the final answer of this value. Okay, so we should be perfect with the formulas to know this. Okay, pause the video and note it down. This one cos square 112 and a half and sin square 52 and a half. This the same way as we have done in the first problem, but the formula, see here, let us take cos square a minus sin square b. Okay, this formula is equal to cos of a plus b, cos of a minus b. If you know the formula, it is very simple. So knowing the formula, remembering the formula, understanding the formula is very important, and using its application. Okay, let us use this formula. Okay, in that case we have sin square a, sin square b, that is sin of a plus b, sin of a minus b. Here we have cos a plus b, cos a minus b, multiplication. Now let me take a value is 112 and a half. This, if I write it in decimals, 112.5 degrees. Okay, so let us take decimals, it will be simpler for us to calculate. So 52.5 degrees, right? That is the b value. Now directly I'll apply this formula, directly applying cos square a minus sin square b equal to cos of a plus b. Cos of a plus b is 112.5 plus 52.5 degrees both, and cos of 112.5 minus 52.5. So if you add this, you get it as cos of 165 degrees, right? Here if you subtract this, you get 112 minus 50, so you get cos 60 degrees. Now here cos 165 degrees, again I can write it as cos of 180 minus 15 degrees, right? And cos of 60 degrees, we can write this. So 180 minus 15 comes into the second quadrant, right? In second quadrant, cos is negative only, so minus cos 15 degrees, cos of 60 degrees. So we know the value of cos 15 degrees, that is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2 is the value of cos 15 degrees, and cos 60 degrees is 1 by 2 simply. So minus is there, multiply this. Okay, so this comes to root 3 plus 1 by 4 root 2. This is the final answer. Minus is already there. Pause the video and note it down. Now here the third one is sin square pi by 8 plus a by 2 minus sin square pi by 8 minus a by 2. Here sin square of this and square of this. Here there is negative sign, there is positive sign here. What we will do, this is the whole square, and we will simply expand the compound ratio like this. Here sin of a plus b and sin of a minus b, we will expand it and we will square it simply. So if you expand here, let me take here as sin of pi by 8 plus a by 2 whole square, right, minus of sin of pi by 8 minus a by 2 whole square. So we will expand it, sin a plus b and sin a minus b. So sin a cos b. Okay, that is the formula. And for sin formula, you have only the same sign, plus is plus, and cos a and sin b. So here a and b are pi by 8 and a by 2. Here whole square here, minus of. The similar way we will do it here. Sin a minus b. So sin a cos b minus cos a sin b here. So again we have square also. Now if you see here, let us take this complete thing as a and this as b. This is a and b. So a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square. If you expand it, here you get a square, the complete thing. Here also you get a square, but there is a negative sign. So a square gets cancelled, b square get cancelled. Here the remaining is plus 2ab and here minus 2ab. Minus 2ab with along with the negative sign, it comes again plus 2ab. So plus 2ab, you get it as plus 4ab. So no need of writing the complete thing, directly we'll write plus 4ab. Okay, so where a is this and b is this. So sin of pi by 8 cos A by 2. This is A, 4A and B. B is this. Pi by 8 sin A by 2. Okay, here you get plus 2AB, here you get plus 2AB again. Minus of minus 2AB, that is plus 2AB. So both if you add them, you get plus 4AB. So plus 4, this is A, this is B. Directly we can write, we are expanding it with A plus B whole square, A minus B whole square. Now, pi by 8 is equal to 120 by 8. You get it as sine of 22 and a half. Okay, so pi by 4 is 45. Again you have 2. So you get it as 4 sine of 22 and a half cos A by 2. And here you get cos pi by 8 is 22 and a half and sine A by 2. Okay, so if you see these two values here, just we'll club these two values and we'll club these two values. So if I take 2 also, if I write it as 2 sine 22 and a half cos 22 and a half, again multiplied by 2 sine A by 2 cos A by 2. So why am I writing like this? This is 2 sine A sine cos A into 2 sine A cos A. So this is simply sine 2A. Sine 2A means 2 into 22 and a half, that is nothing but 45 degrees, and sine 2A is A only. Here we are using the formula sine 2A is equal to 2 sine A cos A. Okay, this formula we are using here. So 2 sine A cos A, 2 sine A cos A, that I have written sine 2A, sine 2A. So this is the final answer. Sine 45 degrees is 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 into sine A, that is nothing but sine A divided by root 2. This is the final answer. Pause the video and note it down. The fourth problem is similar to the second bit only. The second bit we have done here, cos square A minus sine square B. Okay, the same one here, but the values are different, that's all. Cos A minus B is the formula. This we have used it, isn't it? This formula we have used in the second bit, the similar way, but we have done it in the decimal one. Let us do in the fraction form also. If A is equal to 52, let 52 and a half, this is just 105 by 2. Okay, let us not change into decimal part, let us take it as it is. You can also do it with the decimal also. 22 and a half degrees, that is nothing but 45 by 2. So these are A and B. Directly we'll write cos square A minus sine square B is equal to cos of A plus B. A is 10 by 2 plus 45 by 2 and cos of A minus B. So 105 by 2 minus 45 by 2. Okay, here. Now if you see this if you add them LCM, 150 by 2 is cos 75 degrees. Yes. And here you get 105, 60 by 2. 105 minus 45 is 60. So 60 by 2 is cos 30 degrees. Okay. Cos of 75 degrees we can directly write this value root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Okay, multiplied by cos 30 degrees is root 3 by 2. Okay, so multiplying them, both of them, root 3, so 3 minus root 3 you get it here, and here 4 root 2. The same thing we got it with a negative sign in the second part. Okay, please pause the video and note it down. The sixth one is find the minimum and maximum values of this equation. Now we have a formula that if it is like this, let me write it here, A sin x plus B cos x plus C. If the equation is like this, then the minimum value and the maximum values are, so minimum value is nothing but the formula is C minus under root of A square plus B square, whereas the maximum value C plus, these are the formulae. Okay, So minimum and maximum form the range of any function, isn't it? So this is the formula. If the equation is in the form of a sin x plus b cos x plus c, where a and b are the coefficients of sin x and cos x, right? Then the minimum value is c minus under root a square plus b square. Maximum is c plus under root of a square plus b square. And this minimum and maximum form the range. Range is nothing but the minimum and maximum. Okay, range is minimum comma maximum. Finding out minimum and maximum is nothing but we are finding out the range. That is the formula. So I would like to repeat here. Let us use this formula here. Okay. Now here the equation here sin x, the coefficient of sin x is a. So here a is equal to 4 and b equal to 3, whereas c value we don't have. So but we have to take it as 0. Right. Let us directly apply into the formula. Now asking us to find the minimum and maximum values. So minimum value, just applying the formula, minimum value equal to c minus under root of a square plus b square. So c is 0 minus under root of a square is 4 square plus 3 square. That comes to 0 minus 16 plus 9, that is 25. So 25, we got it as like this, minus 5 we get. And the maximum value c plus square root of a square plus b square. So that is 0 plus so that is 0 plus 25. So we got it as plus 5. So the minimum value is minus 5 and the maximum value is plus 5. Please note down. Second one, sin 2x minus cos 2x. We have to find the minimum and the maximum. The same way, when the equation is like this, the trigonometric equation, a sin x plus b cos x plus c, then the minimum value is this formula and the maximum is this, whereas the range is minimum to maximum. Okay, here now we will write down here a value here is the coefficient of the sine function. Okay, so a value is 1, whereas b value is minus 1. Okay, there is minus here because in the formula we have only plus and c we don't have, so we have to take it as 0. So let us write the minimum value. Minimum value is c minus under root of a square plus b square. So that is 0 minus of under root of 1 square plus minus 1 whole square. So this comes to minus 1 under root of just 2. 1 square plus 1 square again 2 under root of 2. So the minimum value is minus root 2. Okay. Whereas the maximum c plus under root of a square plus b square. So again 0 plus under root of 1 plus minus 1 whole square. So 0 plus root 2. So that is simply plus root 2 is the maximum value. Please note it down. Here find the range of this equation clearly. This is again in the form of a sin x plus b cos x plus c. So let us write a value, b value and c. A value is minus 24. Here b value is 7, whereas c value is just 5. Okay. To find the range, we need to find minimum and maximum. Okay. Directly we will write it as range equal to c minus under root a square plus b square and c plus under root a square plus b square. So we will apply directly here. 5 minus under root of a square, 24 minus 24 whole square is 576 plus b square, 7 square is 49. Similar way, 5 plus under root of 576 plus 49, that is nothing but 625. 625 square root is 25. So the range equal to 5 minus 25, here 5 plus 25. Under root of 625 is 25. So the range here is 5 minus 25 is minus 20 and this is 30. So the range is this. Pause the video, note it down. Let's see. Last sum, find the range of 13 cos x, 3 root 3 sin x minus 4. Similarly, here only a sin x, b cos x plus c. So let us write a value. A value is the coefficient of sin x, 3 root 3. Now the b value is this one, that is 13, whereas c value along with the sign minus 4. Just writing the values of a, b, c and then substituting in the formula, we get it. Here the range we can write it as minimum value c minus under root a square minus b square, again maximum value c plus under root of a square plus b square. Okay, so here we will directly apply. C is minus 4 minus of under root of a square. A square is 3 root 3 whole square, that comes to 9 into 3, 27. Okay, here 27 is a square plus b square is 13 square is 169 and c is minus 4 plus the same one 27 plus 169. Yes. So minus 4 minus of this comes to 169 plus 27 is 196. Here again minus 4 minus of 1 under root of 196. Root of 196 is 14. Okay. Here minus 4 minus 14 and minus 4 somewhere we are missing here. This is the positive. Okay. Minus 4 plus 14. Right. So this is minus 18 and 14 minus 4 is 10. This is the range, final range of the equation. Okay. Pause the video and note it down. And with this here, we have completed the section 1 of 6C. Let us see section 2 problems in our next video lesson. Pause the video and note it down, and thank you all.